Welcome back to Brotato, and today we are playing One Armed on Danger 5 because you guys asked me to do a guide on him for Danger 5. And if you want to vote, by the way, for other characters that I do, then feel free to go into the description. There's a straw poll link and you can vote on whoever you want to see. What do we begin with? I think luck is good because that gives us higher chance for better stuff in the shop, and there's already a ghost axe, that's perfect. So yes, I'll do this entire thing with the ghost axe, which is one of my favorite ways on him. As you can see here, we start with 200% attack speed, so we don't really have to take care of that. Damage modifications are doubled, but we can only equip one weapon. That also means that we are already done. Ooh, this one is good. Bonus damage is always nice here, and we are just looking for anything that kind of helps us. This is pretty much 14% damage, so we'll take that, but we don't want to reduce our HP all too much. The main issue of the character is that because you only have one weapon, you will eventually fall off, and this is why we're using the ghost axe. In my experience, there are better weapons to take on him, like the SMG or the Slingshot, anything that can multi-clear the enemies very easily. However, they fall short when you get to tougher waves. Okay, I don't even want to really roll here. Main reason is there are always two weapons in the shop, and while we could get lucky with a blue axe, it's very unlikely, so we'll just continue. And we are transforming the early strength that you have on this character into a late game strength, which is where he usually struggles, and this is why we're using the ghost axe. Now, one of the best things that could happen is that we just find a blue one, because then we only need 16 kills to get 1% bonus damage, which is converted into 2% because it's doubled. But do you see this? All of these pop-ups? Yeah, each of those are 2% bonus strength, and we're just wiping out the enemies. Lifesteal is very good because we attack fast. It's also not so great because, well, we only have one weapon. That is insane. We just went up from 4 melee damage to 16. Usually I like to keep myself open, like to whatever weapon I want to have. Honestly, I'll take a little bit of knockback. Yeah, sure. Now we have 5 knockback. More enemies, more HP. I really like that. Only if we become strong enough though. Like, I'll take it for now. It's a little bit dangerous, but 5 HP. No, how much was it? I think 2 HP and 5% bonus damage, right? So that means we get 10% damage out of that. We have to be careful with that though, that we don't get overwhelmed on waves like these, where the enemies shoot at us and we can't clear them. But how long will we keep the axe around? I want to keep it around until around 100 to 200% damage, and then we are looking for something like a Shuriken, because the Shuriken is a ranged weapon that makes use of your melee stat. And with that, we can just wipe out the enemies easily, because we already have 18 melee, do you see that? 2 armor is beautiful. More enemies, yeah, 10% more damage and 5% more enemies. Maybe I should have taken the HP there, now that I think about it. I don't want to take elemental, no, coupon is... Wait, no, I have to take that, yeah. We'll keep the coupon here. I was thinking if that really makes sense, that order. But now we only need 16 enemies to get a bonus stat, and we only need 50 bonus stats to get 100% bonus damage. One hard wave will be 7, because they are the X that spawn. It shouldn't be the biggest problem just because we have so much base damage. Like, we can easily wipe them out, and because it's a melee weapon, we will just wipe over them and all of them die. That is at least a hope so far. Okay, I have to be careful with these dashers here that they don't kill me. The lifesteal isn't really kicking in. Like, I seriously believe that HP regeneration is way better on this character. But at the same time, if we get a ranged weapon like the Shuriken that bounces around, we will heal a lot from the enemies by lifesteal. Like, way more than with HP regeneration. Yeah, and the luck is fine. Like, a lot of the things in the game, they rely on... Yeah, you are exactly who I want. What I want to say is a lot of the items reduce your HP regeneration. That is minus 2%. I'll still take that. At wave 12 we'll face a boss, an elite, and on characters like these, do not expect that you kill them. We can definitely try to switch over after wave 9. Like, wave 9 will give us all of the percent damage that we could ever need for this run. This also means around that time, if I find a blue Shuriken, I will just lock it and take it after that wave. We finally got a crate with our high luck that was expected or hoped for. We haven't gotten a single bag so far, sadly, so we won't get bonus material. But do you see all of these pop-ups with the purple one now? I mean, to be fair, it's only 2 kills less, so it's not like the blue one wouldn't give any of these pop-ups, but it's going awfully well. Like, this is a really good run that showcases why this is good or why it can work. But I think we'll also run into issues. I can't take that. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll run into issues. 12% damage, we already have 108. The Peacock, it sounds amazing, but with only one weapon, I can't guarantee that I won't get hit, so we'll just skip that. You're also insane. We don't need a Lumberjack shirt. Now for wave 7, all you have to make sure of is that you can just kill these balls, okay? That is the most important thing. If you fail to do that and they hatch, and there spawned like 1 to 2 of them, then you have a problem, because you can't really kill them. I mean, we have a ton of damage, as you can see, and it keeps going up. The bigger issue is that they are so tanky that you need a bunch of hits on them, and you may end up dying. And we don't want to gamble on that. Okay, there we go, very good. Now, at around 10 seconds, if there's a ball that spawns, then we don't care. It takes like 5 seconds to hatch. And can I get this dude? Perfect. Yeah, if... Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll run away, we'll not mess with this guy. He just deals too much damage with our stats. Like, we are not defensive enough. Maybe we get a crate. Nope. Usually at the end I like to run through the enemies, just because there are usually a bunch of them clumped up, and that's a lot of bonus stats. Dodge is... I will take the dodge here. I'm not fully convinced whether the dodge is right. I want that so badly. This is what I sacrifice for you guys, by the way. This would be by far the best weapon we could possibly have in this game. But it's unrealistic that you will get it, and then it's totally pointless what I'm doing here. When we dodge the attack, I mean, it's also 4 melee damage. Yeah, let's take it. Yeah, there... like, you understand what I mean? If you want to make a guide on something and it's like, oh yeah, you just have to enable cheat codes, it's like, that doesn't really work for you. So, I wished I could have taken that, but you can imagine if our problem is hitting enough enemies and then we get something that has a ginormous explosion, that would have been insane. Like, even though we didn't even go for range damage, here, by the way, careful with the big boys, we kinda want to bump up armor now. This is important because we'll get randomly hit on the next wave by dashing enemies. And if we don't have enough armor, then this will hurt like here, okay? It would have already been good to bump it up, but we have dodge from the last round, so maybe we'll save some hits here. And as you can see, the lifesteal isn't really great. Like, once we have the Shuriken, it will be amazing, but without the Shuriken, it's just like randomly 1 HP. Okay, let's run through. There's a bunch of material, and I want to have the kills. Okay, good. That was a close call, but I would say we'll take... Honestly, we can also take the HP here. Amazing. This is quite lucky, but we also have increased luck. So, seeing red stuff is... or purple stuff, sorry, is not super duper rare. This is amazing, though. Oh, this is very good. And this one is also okay. So, on wave 9, we'll just farm like crazy, but we have to be careful that we don't get randomly hit. Okay, we have a bunch of HP this time, like way more than before. We pretty much want to approach the enemies, and the moment we get into hitting range, we want to jiggle away. Like just a little bit. So jiggle is like you walk backwards and forwards at the same time. After this wave, we have to find the Shuriken. This one is like the main way how we will continue the stage, and if we don't get that in the next 3 waves, then I have to think about what to do. Like, we can go for HP regeneration to help our healing. The main issue is that just because you have enough damage doesn't mean you'll survive all the hits, okay? Like, if I'm at 5 HP right now and I want to attack someone to heal with lifesteal, then that's not great, because he may just kill me, or someone may dash in or bullet hits me. And the biggest preparation that we need is for wave 14 and 15, because there are a ton of ranged enemies that fire at you. But do you see how easy this is? Like, you would have maybe expected that, oh wow, there are a ton of enemies with 1 weapon, this will be hard. Nope. Okay, this is, yeah, this is solid. 2 armor is very good. Lifesteal will be nice. Thunder Sword? No. I mean, it is an insane weapon, but it's just not... Whoa. Okay, sorry, you get sold. You get bought, for sure. I mean, it doesn't actually do a lot, and I just decreased the armor that I build up, so it's actually painful. So I have to be very careful what I do here is what I want to say. But we pretty much want to get any crit that we can get now. It already has 53% crit, so even though it looks like I don't have a lot, the weapon has a lot of base crit. And we'll easily bump this up, but look at this, okay? This is the beauty of having a ton of damage scaling when you go into Shurikens. I honestly hope that it would take a little bit until we get the first Shuriken, but I'm not gonna wait around. Like, the main problem is, the longer you wait to get more % damage boost on the eggs, on the ghost eggs, you will just end up in a bad spot occasionally that may end your run, and we don't have a reason to risk it because, our percent damage is at 222%. Yep, we started at 0% by the way, with double the scaling. That means this axe was going crazy. But I have to find another Shuriken. The reason we bought it is, now that we have it, it's way more likely that it will appear in the shop. And we can upgrade it. Like, even if we find a purple one, we can just sell the blue one. Okay, this is a little bit harder than I hoped it would be though. Yeah, we don't bounce enough, is the thing. Nah, but this should be totally fine. As long as we get one in the next shop at least. Okay, there we go. Did you see the healing, by the way? How this kept me alive? Max HP, I'll actually take that. I'll take you. I'll take the attacks. Perfect. Yeah. Not exactly what I was hoping for. I was hoping for a purple one. But now we have 3 bounces. Flexibility is very important. In our case, I got a lot of melee damage, so I decided, okay, I will go for the Shuriken. This is the only thing I can do. But if you play, then don't limit your range damage. Like, I didn't do that, but we got a lot of offers for melee damage, and this is why I determined this. But if you normally play this, you just get a lot of percent damage, and you can still switch over to range damage then, because the scaling is so crazy. Like, if you get 1 range damage, it's actually 2, right? And you can just go for an SMG. Though, at that point, you have to make sure that, like, if you want to go for a ranged weapon, like a gun, then you'd pick up the, what is it called? Not the silver bullet, it has a different name, that allows you to pierce the enemies. Without piercing, you can't really deal with them. But do you see how much easier this has gotten? Just because we got the purple Shuriken. Like, it's not perfect yet, we definitely want to have the red one, and I definitely need to bump up my crit to guarantee that it always bounces, but it's already dealing with the enemies easily. So if this would have been a purple Shuriken to begin with, the last round would have been a cakewalk. And we even got a crate. I hope it's something good. Please don't be bad. It's horrible. Okay, we'll sell it. Crit, I will actually go for the attack speed, which sounds a little bit weird, but if you think about it, crit and attack speed are kind of the same things to a degree. Even more crit. Additional enemies, maybe I should have went for the crit. Because we would have had a very nice crit amount. No, but attack speed is still important. Oh god, that is horrible. I will try to kill her. Usually, if you run this build, you will easily kill the elite. Like, if you have the Shuriken or even just a gun. Now, the mother has one problem. She will spawn enemies. And I don't really have a way to deal with the amount of enemies and the boss, which means I'll miss out on a red item. And because we are borderline dealing with the enemies, like it's really close, I will not even kill them, so we don't even get a lot of material out of this. It will be a bonus, but not a huge one. And I can't even kill the guys that I just bought, so this is kind of horrible. Like, this is a worst case scenario. If we still manage to do this entire thing, then that would be nice, you know, because that would show, even in the worst case, we're kind of doing it. Now, if we had a melee weapon here, if we had the Ghost Scepter, do you know just how much we would have farmed here? Like, you do one swoop and you get a huge amount of damage. Then again, I also found a random lucky coin, so I can't complain all too much. Engineering, 5% crit. Honestly, this one is fine. Sure, let's take it. I'm not the biggest fan, but here we definitely take crit. I could have also... No. Yes, perfect. Percent damage. Ooh, let's take that. Because this means tough enemies, we can kill them in the late game. No, not another one. Do you see the damage that they have? Like, even though we don't have range damage? This is why I'm telling you, you can always switch over to ranged weapon. Do we need anything here? I mean, this is attack speed, this is armor and max HP minus speed. I have to bump that up. I don't care about elemental damage. I could take it because we convert 10% of it, but it's 0.1 bonus damage, which I don't really care about. Sniper gun also insane. Have you noticed that we have seen pretty much all of the rare weapons except for the minigun? Like, isn't that kind of insane? And the game is like, here, take this and this and this and this. I'm like, no! I want to stick to common weapons just to show you that it works and how well it works. The only spicy time is when you switch over, but if you, for example, find a purple Shuriken instead of a blue one, the blue one was a little bit unlucky, but if you find that, then you'll be super fine. Oh, isn't that beautiful? One thing we are missing is the hunting trophy. I always want to have that when I go for crit weapons for obvious reasons, because you get bonus material when you crit kill the enemies, and if we almost always crit, then, you know, it's a lot of bonus material. But one thing you have to make sure of with this character is always stay alert. Like, always make sure that you pay attention to the enemies. It looks fine, that is nice. It looks fine, and 1 second later, Perfect. 1 second later, you may die. Now, I will take this. This is a gamble on wave 14 where a huge amount of enemies spawn. But I will take this because it will grow our... Well, it's helpful in general because level ups are the main way for me. Okay, we have 0 bonus experience. That's horrible. The main way for me to increase our crit chance. As you can see, we already have 86%, and at this point I would really like to increase my speed and also increase the range. We don't necessarily need anything else, to be honest. Like, we don't even need more melee damage. We definitely take it, but do you see this? Do you see this power? Anything spawns and it dies. This is the power of a Shuriken on the One Armed. Optimally speaking, we would magically get the Giant's Belt. Oh, the next wave is a Horde wave, right? Okay. I may actually have to bump up attack speed. It may have been confusing that at one time I went for the attack speed over the 5% crit, because we definitely want to have the crit for the bounces, but attack speed means we do more attacks, meaning we have more chances to bounce even though the chance is lower overall, but we still kill more enemies on average, I'm pretty sure at least. And you have to still build up attack speed. You would think 200% is enough, but no. We only have one weapon, so if you divide this attack speed by 6, we pretty much only have 33% attack speed right now. As in, because usually you would have 6 weapons that attack, right? And now we need to attack way faster to make up for that. That's nice. Lifesteal, I'll take that. I'm not the biggest fan at this point of it anymore. Do I want to have 1 melee damage? Honestly, I don't care. Like, one nice thing about these waves here is that the enemies walk around in a wild pattern, like randomly. They don't necessarily walk into you, so some of them do, others they just walk around like this range guy, meaning all we have to do is just play. Like, we don't need to be careful that we get swarmed by enemies, really. It can still happen, but what I mean is, because they run around the stage, they are not in our way and will not hit us. Now, what can happen is, though, that we will just get overwhelmed by the amount of enemies and die, so I will start to circle them, that they ball up, and then it's more likely... Ooh, okay. Okay. We are getting overwhelmed completely. Holy! I didn't expect this at all. I mean, I know it's a Horde wave, but I didn't know it's so bad on this dude. Okay. Let's walk back. I didn't get any of the material, by the way. How much? 355 material. Okay, we'll take the scared sausage. I'm a scared sausage now. What was that? I have never seen that happening. That is insane. We'll definitely go for this. Nice. We need the bonus range. Wait, hold on. I need a breather for a moment. I never realized just how bad Horde waves are on this guy. Now, the only thing that you need is when you start a wave, then make sure that there's no Horde wave in there. But holy... If we had a melee weapon, it's easier, but the Shuriken doesn't deal well with that. Let's see how this wave here works out in comparison, and I think we can already see... Yep. The Shuriken is just blowing them up. By the way, any minus amount to enemies that we see now, we can just really take that, because we don't really need more material. All we need is pretty much bonus melee damage, right? You have a ton of damage, you have almost 100% crit. I want to get this to 100%. But sometimes you find items like the tentacle that gives you 3% crit and healing, and if you're lucky enough you get that to 100% without picking up more crit, because that means you can pick up range, you can pick up melee damage. Range is, by the way, very important to make sure that you can keep your distance to the final bosses. You can kill them, the bounces between the bosses is very nice to help out with that, but if you don't have enough range then you will just die, because you get continuously hit. I'm still blown away how hard the wave 15 was. Like, I'm always happy when I see a Horde wave, and I did notice it, and I was like, yeah, at this point I'll be strong enough to deal with it. To be fair, in the beginning I didn't know that I'll go for Shurikens. That only happened because I got a huge amount of melee damage, but boy oh boy, that's... Okay, I'll take the crit. Just because it was so much, you're way too late. Yeah, you're also very late. +1 armor. Honestly, at this point I'll actually take that. Interesting. We will pick up the strange book because it gets converted into damage. I wonder if it actually gives us bonus damage. Yeah, we just lost damage because we lost 1 melee damage. Maybe I should have gotten the 1 melee damage over there. You're beautiful. Every single level up that we do now, because we have 98% crit chance, will be melee damage. Like, it's still very important. Don't underestimate it. Just because we have crazy scaling, it doesn't mean that we just ignore it. So I should have also taken the one in the shop. Yeah, that would have been good. I mean, the issue is you see 1 melee damage and your weapon has 150 damage, so it's like, yeah, does it really matter? And the Shuriken also only has 50% damage scaling, so it's 0.5. But we get the huge, like, it gets doubled, right? So it goes back to 1, and then it gets, like, I think tripled? Oh my god, we have so much damage. Where did that come from? Well, it gets more than tripled from our percent damage. In other words, pick up everything that you can. We just reached level 20, which is a very good timing, because this means it's... Is it a purple or red one? But you can bet that I will go for melee damage or for ranged. Ranged would also be an option. Not ranged damage, but range on the weapon. That's a boss. Next up, we don't do that. Elemental damage, no, we don't reduce our melee damage again. Lifesteal is good. Range damage, we don't care. Yeah, we'll just go for the melee damage, and we'll have 52. Like, we just went up by 12. You're good, you're amazing. Speed is also perfect. Like, that item is one of the best things we can get. Your bonus melee damage, nice. One more thing, lifesteal. Generally speaking, when you face elites on tough guys, do not shy back from not taking on the elites. You don't have to kill them, it's just a random red item, it could be a horrible one. In our case, because we have the Greek Fire, we are fairly safe. Like, take a look at this, it did 1000 damage. You did 28,000 damage. And this is the current wave, right? Like, if I attack a little bit more... Yeah, it just went up. You did how much damage? I mean, okay, it bounces around, but this means the Greek Fire pretty much did nothing for this boss. Never mind, I guess you can kill him if you want to. Okay. But the point being, you don't have to force yourself to take down an elite if you're not feeling good about it, okay? Now, here's a conflict. If you fail to beat a game with a character, then you want to be as strong as possible, so it is worth gambling to take down the elite, but you need to be aware that there's a high chance that you'll die if you don't feel safe about it. So you can do it. Like, I gamble always whenever I feel like a run is going badly, because that can get me back into the game. Honestly, I'll take that. That is bonus healing that may help me in the final fight. Bonus speed is also insane. What I need now mostly is I need to get armor, because we have only 7 armor and the healing doesn't matter. That one is honestly good. We don't need more crit. Yeah, it's bonus luck, but it's just too expensive, and at this point, honestly, I don't even want to have that. I'll take the bag, but we are looking for armor. So any level up that I get now will be armor. Do you see me speeding around though? This is why we can honestly also skip a bunch of armor, just because we are super fast. We have a little bit of dodge, and most importantly, we have a decent amount of HP. Like, with this HP we can take multiple hits, run away, let the lifesteal shurikens bounce around and just heal me up. Oh, that boy was tanky. I mean, he was buffed up by the red buff from these other guys. Like, do you see that, how long he lasts? It's still only 4 hits, but that is kind of dangerous. Or can be dangerous. Okay, this guy. The super bulky dudes just get blown up. Oh, wow. And 650 material later. 712. Nice. We don't need... Honestly, I will take... No... Yeah, I'll take it. That is a... Yeah... I can take that. We are looking for range here. Range or armor. So let's roll. The purple one would have also been amazing. Or we go for damage. The range is better. Yeah, we need to stay... Like, we need to have distance. So you're also good. Minus crit, but insane amount of melee damage. Totally worth it. You're way too late. Now, we could go for endless, to be honest. I haven't considered that. I think I've never done an endless run on one arm because I don't think it's worth it. And then we would have... Oh, I wanted to check this out. 1100. Okay, good. And then we would have really wanted to have the nuclear launcher for the AoE attacks, but for that it's just way too late. Or maybe we actually don't go for endless, yeah. So we took 21 damage, but do you see how fast I'm healing this up? Isn't that ridiculous? Like, it doesn't really matter at all. Okay, there we go. Let's follow this dude. I just want him to be gone, because now it's a lot easier. He will morph and shoot out his balls. For this, we need our focus, and that was it. So the Greek Fire went up by 4,000 damage, roughly. You did 75,000 damage. Okay. Yeah, that's not close to each other. Like, the weapon damage gets reset per wave, but the Greek Fire doesn't, so... This was all the Shurikens. Believe it or not, it was actually all the Shurikens. Should we go for endless? I'm not feeling it because this is like the worst possible endless build. Like, we don't have any scalings. If we would have the rings, they give 6% bonus damage every single wave, which is ridiculous. And we could actually just get so much range that we hit the enemies no matter where they are. But this build, like that we currently have, was just for wave 20, that we survive here and kill them. Huh. I'm undecided. Let's just see how long it takes us to die. So we got a potato, that's a red item in a normal box, nice. Armor, good enough. Luck, elemental damage, +1 elemental damage, I'll take it because it sells for 61, which is nothing. You know what, this is fine. Yeah, do we also go for the speed here? Sure. I'll mostly skip the shopping phases. Something like crit is also bonus luck, but we don't really need it, so I'll skip it. Tentacle is beautiful. 348% damage, isn't it insane? Like, just remember how long ago I stopped taking the, I stopped having the ghost axe, and we still managed to get this much more after it. Like, when we stopped having it, we had around 200% damage. Do you think we can survive the wave 22? Those are now 2 normal elites, and as I always say, I think elites are actually stronger than the final bosses. Probably just because I'm more used to them. That's also what I always say. Okay, so far so good. Okay, you know what? That was a good fight. No, that wasn't bad. And I think I can actually just take a hit from this boss and it doesn't matter. Now the good thing is the anvil keeps upgrading my armor, so I don't have to be all too concerned about it. I would say I show you only the highlights in the shops and then the elites, because otherwise the endless run will just take ages until we are done with it. Do we want to go for a bit more attack speed? I think we need to bump that up. I kinda abandoned it because we start with 200, but it's necessary. You're actually really good. You're insane. We have more than enough speed. I'll take that because of the 80 range. Let's do it. Let's do it. Who needs armor, right? We still have 16 though. That's way more than what we used to have. There's another mother. This is our time to take revenge or to get revenge by her. Can I take you down? Oh, she will die so easily. And this is the difference. Once you have a powerful shuriken going, it doesn't really matter that the mother spawns enemies and they take away our shots because we still kill her. That was easy. Hunting trophy. The first one at wave 24. Well, you know, better never. Whoa. Not better never than ever. Better now than never. That is 30% bonus luck and range. That is, you know what, that's actually good enough. Yeah, we'll take that. And I guess community support is actually really good for this guy. Just because you'll have more enemies around than other characters. And that means you'll get way more attack speed out of that. It's like a fallback security when something fails, that you'll be able to clear them. Do you see our material shooting up, by the way? I'm not collecting material. This is just a hunting trophy. This is why it's so insane on a crit weapon. Why we really wanted to have it early on before we hit wave 20, because we would have earned a crazy amount of money. But hey, at least it's there. More crit is more luck. Sure, I'll take that. You're unique, so I'll pick you up. You are insane. This is ridiculous. Wait, we just got so much damage out of that. Wow. And I'll also take the max HP, though I'll stop at this point. Attack speed is good, and more attack speed. I'm questioning right now if this is even worth it. I did lock it, but it's so much money is the thing. No, but it's 24% damage. You know, oh, that's actually good. Oh, I should have taken that a while ago. That is so much bonus melee damage, yeah. And honestly, you are also fine. Hopefully we can take on these bosses. I would really like to just hit 30. And if we have these taken down, then we'll get there. Ooh, they don't take a lot of damage. Okay. I mean, again, we don't have to kill them, but I would like to get the crates out of them. Okay. Okay. One of them is done. And the bull, come on. We made it to 30. I don't think the normal enemies can stop me, though we shouldn't underestimate that they also scale like crazy. What happened up here? There was like so much stuff on the floor. I can't even get hit that many times, so I think that's actually worth it. No. Well, yeah, it is. I was thinking I could have went for the hand, right? That converts a lot of the damage, like the lifesteal into bonus damage. Well, that was... Leave me alone. That was probably better, but I don't know if I'll ever get it. Dude. You already know that I absolutely hate you, and you just keep reappearing. Stop it, I don't like you. Yeah, nuclear launcher. Would have loved this. Wait a second, check this out when we get hit. Is there somewhere a bullet coming in? Yeah, there. Do you see this healing? That's lifesteal for you. Oh my god, in combination with HP regeneration, to be fair, like both of them combined, we heal a crazy amount. I mean, I shouldn't let them hit me because I lose damage, but keep in mind we also have Wisdom, and Wisdom gives me 10% bonus damage every 5 seconds. This one is... Is that good? Oh my god, that is insane. That is actually ridiculously insane. Okay, I will take the attack speed again. More crit. You perfect. 50% bonus experience is nice. More burning. Okay. Exoskeleton, huge. Boss fight. Can we beat them? Can we take on wave 30 with just one weapon or not? Okay. Careful. There's a lot happening at once. I don't like this. Usually all is going fine until you take like 3 hits at once and you die. Oh my god, there was a lot of damage taken. Okay, we got one of them. We got 2 of them. Is the other one also dead? Oh, we got all of them. Okay. The Plasma Sledgehammer, huh? 3,600 damage. The only issue is that its range is horrible. Oh, but it has so much damage. But it will actually have less damage than the Shuriken. Like, think about the Shuriken bounces 4 times, right? So you need to multiply the damage that you see there by 5. So its real damage is around 3,500. A little bit more than that, 3,700. And then keep in mind its insane attack speed and that it can hit the enemies from very far away. Yeah, it actually has higher DPS than that weapon that we saw there. Oh my god, 2 mothers. No, that's okay, that's a little bit too much. Oh god, I don't like that. Because they will strike me in a moment. And it's really hard to dodge 2 of them. Oh god, dodge the mothers in your area. Dodge the mothers in your area. Yeah, every time I get hit, I lose damage. That's why I'm so anxious about this. Otherwise, I wouldn't care because we get hit and heal it up. Okay, we dealt with them. Look at the amount of material down here, though. Like, we just shot up so much. Wow. Wait, was that another boss? I think there was another elite there. I didn't see him. Doesn't it look kind of hilarious how fast we're attacking? It's like, chuk, 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 chuk. Wow. How much attack speed do we have? Almost 400%. Almost 900% damage. Okay. Next bosses. We have a tardigrade. Don't worry, we got... Never mind, we don't have this. The cook and the bull together are really evil. Okay, that's a lot of bullets. Okay. We got this. I'm actually so close to wave 40. I really want to hit that. Come on. Just a little bit more. Man, they are so tanky. I'm scared about the next elite fight. Okay. And... Oh, you're still left. I mean, the dude is not doing anything here. Oh... okay, I'll take it. I think that's not a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea at all. We'll still take it, you know? What's the worst thing that can happen? That I die? I would never die. I mean, as long as I'm not lazy and I actually run around, it turns out it's really simple. Because the enemies can't just walk on top of me. Okay, never mind. Didn't want to get hit there. I guess I still have to be a little bit careful, but... Even if we get hit by a random enemy, as long as it's just one, we can quickly heal that up. So we are way stronger than what I thought we were when I just stood still, which does make sense. I'm more sure... Yeah, cool. Yeah, this is so bad. I will buy it in hopes it somehow saves me, and I got immediately rewarded with trees. Nice. Mammoth. Oh my god. Come on, Dex, that's so much bonus damage. The reason why the turrets are not as good is because we don't have the crit, you know, the Giant's Belt. With that and the critting turrets, it would be insane. Like, I would have immediately taken that, but without that, it's not as good. By far not. And I'm noticing, I think I'm done. I will try to run around, but we can definitely not kill the elites. Maybe if I would focus more on them, we could do it, but then it also often happens that you feel like you're achieving it, you know, and you become a little bit reckless or careless and die. Let's run through here. Good. I would really like to at least take down one of them, that it's not as panicky. Oh god. I have to run down, and so many bullets are being shot around. I can't dodge this. How did I survive that? I have no idea how I survived that. That was impressive. Okay. Oh god, come on. I didn't survive this for nothing. Did we actually kill all of the bosses? Oh. You know what? I'll take one of them. I don't think it will help, but let's hope that it helps. The moment we survive this wave here, we will officially be at 40, which should count as the record. I don't think you have to beat it. You just have to get there. And then we are done. We don't take this any further because this has turned into a huge pain of me trying to survive all the time. Okay, to be fair, the entire game is just trying to survive all the time, you know? But like, you get to a point where you're so powerful that all the enemies die and you farm. And you reap the rewards of you being so strong. Oh god. Don't get cornered, Dex. This is so bad. You would say, oh, it's better to walk around. Yeah, until an enemy spawns right in front of you and hits you twice. And if it's like a big boy, you take a ginormous amount of damage. So I actually don't like running around. No, it was so close to 40. I mean, that's still very impressive with one arm. I wonder how it would have been with the nuclear launcher. And maybe we'll do a modded run where I start with a nuclear launcher just for funsies. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.